What's up, guys? Shay Stevens here, PDGA number 77522. It's Labor Day weekend. I'm down the shore visiting my parents, so I gotta play around at Ockie Wisting Disc Golf Course. Let's get to it.
All right, guys, before we get to the round, we have a giveaway to take care of. At the end of my one disc round with the Axiom Eclipse Tempo, which I played in the rain, I asked you guys to tell me which adverse conditions would you rather play in, snow, rain, or wind. 15 of you gave me answers to that question, so I have your names here on the wheel of names. Let's give it a shuffle and a spin to see who's winning the disc. And the winner is Hook Daddy 777. It's Ryan Hooker. Congratulations, sir. I'll be reaching out to you since I know who you are, and I'll probably bump into you somewhere in the near future to give you that disc. But thank you, everybody, for supporting and taking a chance on this giveaway. Keep an eye out. There will be more coming. If you haven't already, check out the Team Foundation Challenge for October. That is up and running right now, so that's another chance for a giveaway. And you'll be working on some skills, so definitely check that out. Now, back to the round.
It is good to be back here, guys. I love this place. The club always puts so much work into it, just always improves it. They actually have 25 holes now, which is really impressive. I passed 2 of them on the way in. They kind of seem like putter shots. Unfortunately, I have places to be, so I'm just playing the traditional 18, and hopefully I can come back in the off season. Have a local give me a tour of the new stuff. But I did hear some holes have changed on the traditional 18, so we will see some new stuff today. Hole 1 appears to be the same though, 264-foot par 3. Just straight down this tunnel, basket's off to the left a little bit, so just gonna take the volt down the middle, get that little fade at the end, hopefully have a putt. Conditions are a little slick. It rained last night, but we got tee pads here, and these are great. I know it was a big fight for the club to get these in. Throwing off sand was not fun, but these are nice. All right, I think it was a little soft for my first throw today, but might have a look. Okay, by a little short, I mean 1 foot. Okay, not gonna be warming up the putting on hole 1, but I don't mind. Now it looks like we have our first change of the course. This was a 273-foot par 3 dogleg right, and you really had to get right to get a putt on it. Looks like they've extended it even more to make it a par 4. But looking at the shape on U-Disc, it looks like you still got to get right. You can't just lay up safe to the open area there. So I know it's early. I'm gonna go fireball. Hopefully get a good skip off the ground. Ooh, high. All right, swung it a little wide, but we're out in the open. Yeah, this is definitely thick. You got to beat this line of trees, I feel like, to really be able to attack the green. It is back there. Looks like it's on a hill. I'm going to try and get cute with a hyzer flip, but not trying to get too crazy. So I'm going to stand still uplink, shoot this right gap on a lot of hyzer. Hopefully get a flip and carry. Where's the basket? There. Okay, we legal. All right. Honestly, couldn't ask for more on that. Yeah, I think I talked about before in my past videos, the one trick to Ockie has definitely come either before the end of March or after the middle of August, because all the biting flies usually die off. Unfortunately, all the darn mosquitoes are still here. I am doused in bug spray and they do not care. But I have a little chip forehand up here. I'm trying to go short of the basket ideally because I have no idea what's behind it. Oh, and I smoke it. Looks like we got the remnants of a old truck back here, all crushed up. All right, so I smoked this one out the back. Looks like I finally get my putting practice now. There we go. Worked for it, but got it. This actually seems like a fun place to sneak a disc. So if somebody runs the basket, somehow wedges their disc in here, they might find something. I think a resistor would be a nice disc to have on this hole. Trying to lightly camouflage this without, there we go. It is muggy and buggy. All right, hole 3, 351, part 3. And I really like the change on this hole. The middle cluster there of trees used to have thorns like coming off it like 50 feet towards us that were taller than me. Made it just really unappetizing, so a lot of people just sawed their shots off left into the rough. Now it's got a little more room to work, a little more fair, I think. Still decent guardians. Unfortunately, I played around at Mercer and it ate 2 of my drivers, including my time lapse. So I got a new time lapse in the bag, special edition. Gonna let this thing just nice and smooth right at the basket. Should hopefully flip over to the right and then finish back towards the basket. Little left on the release. I think I'm short. Didn't give it all I wanted to. It's even nice. I think they thinned out a lot of the thorns on this side too. So it's, you know, there's a whole bunch of nasty stuff right here, but a lot of shots would trickle in here and like you couldn't even see the disc. So again, they just did some really good work here. Making it fair, I would say. You know, you still get punished by being over here. I have a wall of trees in front of me. But at least my legs aren't cut up too. We are gonna go scuba. Just short, but good line. And just a little formality tap in. All right. On to hole 4. 324-foot par 3. Just gentle dog leg to the right. The trap, though, is you got to be careful. The helicopter flying overhead. Or sorry, jet. There is water to the left-hand side of this. That comes up sooner than you think. So a lot of people try to throw something stable on Annie, and it fights out a little bit, and you're suddenly down a disc. So I like this shot just it's a uplink check for me. There is water on the right side too, but it's kind of harder to reach, I feel. So I'm just gonna put the uplink out flat, dead straight. There's a tree, kind of a little layer color I'm aiming at. Hopefully this drags over. Hopefully gives me a look. That's 2 inside. Oh, tree branched. Good line, just off by about 5 degrees. Or good shot shape, I should say. So in the future, I might try my hand at a forehand, just because the basket's perched right there, but to the left of the basket is a drop off into water. So it kind of is scary for this to flex out. If it finishes on hyzer at all, you could go down there. So a flex forehand would put me out to the right here. Death putt, but would, you know, at least I think it would give me a better chance at a putt without going OB first. So let's put this anode under the basket and move on. That's what we do. Guys, I'm sad. There was a whole bunch of turtles on that log. It was really cool. And when I put my camera down, the camera like rocked forward on the mount. Scared them, they all fell and they all jumped in the water. That was gonna be a nature appreciation moment. Guys, hole 5 is a 270-foot par 3. Got a Mando here. Got to go right of it. There is water along the right side, so you don't want to overcompensate. And again, this area looks great, guys. There's a group behind me, so I'm trying to pace myself properly. But like they have a lost and found box over on the to the left of you by hole 17. We got a nice little table set up here. I'm guessing this is where they meet up for tags and stuff. This is kind of a central location on the course. This is where I would send people out. So we're just gonna go reactor through the gut. Goal is to miss that leaning branch or that leaning trunk of that tree in the middle to the left and hopefully just soft fade into the basket. Oh, I got over on it. All right, right side, might have a C2 look. All right, so we got ourselves a C2 look. I'm probably gonna just, I could Scooby, but I don't like that branch there though. I need that air. So we're gonna go stepper, or straddle putt stepper. Good bid. Yeah, this is another hole you have to be careful on. If you want to try and run a flex forehand through the gap up front, you got to be careful about the finish, because this slopes down into nice water. All right, so I just let a local play through. I think his name was Travis. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. I forget them instantly. Gave me the lowdown on this hole. So not only we have this tee pad here, which I missed playing the last time I filmed here, so the locals were yelling at me to make sure I play from next time. So you're throwing off this nice dock over the water. It's kind of it's a cool over the water shot that shouldn't be scary. You should be able to reach over it, but there are those two trees that are in perfect position just to reject you back into the water. But they also have moved this basket back. It used to sit like in this like dip. They pushed it back another 100 feet. So this is a 503-foot par 4. So I'm just going to go reactor, right gap on a little bit of hyzer. My goal is to actually get into the left gap because that looks more open. He said that's a better play. Let's see if I can make it happen. Ooh, inside. All right, I'm in the left gap. All right, this one's tricky, guys. The right side, super thick. Might even be a little swampy if I remember. But yeah, Travis reminded me that it's jail over there. So I need to throw a forehand just by the nature of this shot. But I need something that kind of holds left and then fades back a little bit. So I'm gonna try overstable fission volt, or more overstable fission volt. A little bit of Annie, up the left gap. Hopefully it runs that left side rough. And then I'm trying to get hopefully towards the old basket position in that ditch. Ooh, did a little course maintenance, unfortunately. I love that shape. Kind of same situation, boys. I kind of want to go with like hyzer flip through that V tree, but that seems like a sucker gap. So gotta go flexi forehand again. Then I'm gonna go with my other volt, flat. Right, there's a pencil tree kind of at the end of the chute, and hoping I just miss it left or right. Oh, I cooked that over, but got tree help. We'll take tree help. All right, out the gap. All right, gotta admit, the bug's buzzing my ears as I'm trying to throw. Kind of distracting, but it's time to focus up. So we got a long CTU bid here. See if the stepper's online today. I was afraid of it. Oh well, tappy bogey. All right. I like that change. Really added some teeth to the hole. I mean, it had teeth to begin with. Now it's got more. This hole has taken my lunch money more times than I like to admit. Should be pretty simple. 264, par 3. It's just an envy shot. But one thing I've noticed here that I think might be how I've gotten bitten before, I usually kick left, shoot right. The tee pad is actually aimed at the left side rough. So if you walk the line of the tee pad, you're throwing into trouble. So make sure you walk your line, not the tee pad's line. Yeah, we're gonna go neutron envy, flat. There's a stump to the right of the basket. That's my target. Right at it. Good skip, good skip. All right, a little low, but hit my line. Should have a putt. Don't mind me just toweling my dirty putters off, which shouldn't be dirty because I should be putting them in the basket. But just a little work left on this one. Yep. Don't take my lunch money. I need it. I'm fat. Hole 8, 300-foot par 3. To be honest with you guys, this is the one hole I was hoping had some change to it. I just don't like it. You have this like 10-foot gap on the right with a whole bunch of trees in the way still to get to the basket. There is a wide line. If you can throw a beast mode forehand on hyzer that gets a flare skip, that's the play if you got it. But this sucker is rough. So I'm going to be going more understable volt on a bit of Annie. And I'm trying just to flex this and get to go to flat and ride and maybe get a look. I have never birdied this hole. I might have gotten it with a throw-in once, maybe. I think it was this hole. I think I might have had a throw-in, but it was like, you know, pure luck. It's kind of my whole, the whole, crux of my game, luck. All right, let's do this. I'm saying there's a chance. Yeah, just showing you this gap, guys. It is crazy. So you got to beat this little 3-tree setup here. And then, yeah, got to Star Wars through all this stuff to get to the basket. Don't know where the line is. All right, living out here in circle 2. I know it was mostly luck, but I might want to try that shot with something more overstable, just so it might get edge and flare skip forward more. I think this one's kind of hit flat and died. Circle 2. This tree on the right's kind of not making me want a flat foot in case I pull it to the right a little bit. So we're going steppy. Just get it there. That's short. Darn it. Good line. Just get it up there. All right. A little bit of work. All right. I've taken 6s on this hole, so I'll take a par. It's okay. But I want that birdie. All right, hole 9, 336-foot par 3. Again, another hole where you either need to have a beast mode forehand, or you run this inside gap, which again, very hairy. It's a tough angle to hit. And basket's down to the right. So I think I'm going to try a forehand. What the heck? I'm trying to play inside gap if I miss of anything. So we're gonna go Stable Fusion Photon. Luckily this boy is still with me. I would be sad if I lost it. So we're just gonna go right side gap, good pop. I'm sorry, left side gap, good pop. And hopefully flip it up and ride. That was way more lateral motion than I wanted to, but worked out. So I watched that video from, what was it, Portland? Where AB is copying everybody's forehand styles. And I swear ever since then I'm throwing forehands like Yuli now. Which isn't bad, but I'm not used to the angles or anything. So yeah, that was more of an anti-flex than I was intending to. So we're hanging out here, probably outside circle 2. There is a bit of nastiness behind the basket. So I'm going to go scuba with an entropy, hopefully get that swooping finish to the right. Didn't put it up in the air, Shay. You put it under the basket though. All right, and a par to wrap up the front 9. I'm having fun out here, guys. I love this course, seriously. If you live in the area, Ockie Wisting is a hidden gem in South Jersey. You know, Stafford is Stafford Woods, obviously. Great course and all, but this place is amazing, and there's really slim pickings down here, so they are really kicking butt down here, putting this course in and making it look so darn beautiful. But with that, back to Shay.
So like I said, I'm having a great time out there. I always have a good time at Ockie Wisting, if I'm being honest. Visiting this course is like seeing a family member or a friend with a small child you haven't seen in a while. And when you see them, you're just shocked by all the changes, like, oh my, hole 6, what a big and difficult par 4 you've become. Just all the changes this course has undergone in such a short amount of time to make it better and better are so impressive. I hope the locals are able to take a step back and appreciate it. But yeah, keep an eye on the back 9. I'll be getting that cut together as soon as I can for you guys. But with that, I want to say thank you for all your support. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'll do my best to answer them. Take care.
Thank you to my sponsors. For all your disc golf needs, check out Phoenix Discs and Foundation Disc Golf.